Hello and welcome to another episode. I am your host, Shawn Calhoun. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. Today, we're going to be answering a big question that's on the minds of a lot of people. But this question came from one of our Pretty Home Realty agents today. So I'm happy to answer this. As a matter of fact, I want to give a big shout out to Keith Long. Keith, hopefully, this will answer your question. And one cool thing is it's going to be beneficial for you as well as all of the listeners. Now, again, the question is let me read the exact question here. And the question is, what are my options on acquiring leads? So we're talking about real estate leads and what are my options, okay? So why should you even care about this? Well, obviously, I know he cares about it because anyone who's been in the real estate business for like 5 minutes knows if your phone's not ringing, if you don't have leads, then it's going to be tough to do business, right? So we're going to talk about the lead sources and we're going to talk about how they affect your business, okay? All right. So let's get right into it. But before we do, just wanted to let you know if you want to get in contact with myself, it's really easy. You can go to prettyhm.com, have all our information there. You can search for houses. We have our agents there. You can get in touch with our agents there as well. More importantly, and uh, and we're hiring also. So that's another cool thing as well. All right, so let's get right into it. Also, you can just send us a private message on Facebook if you're on Facebook or Instagram, Shawn Christina Calhoun, and we love to answer your questions there. All right, okay, so let's get right into it. Now, the question again was, what are my lead sources? So, if you are in real estate, you might have some business coming in, or maybe you haven't been around for a while. And the problem could be that I just don't have enough business coming in right now. Like, because as you have more leads, that gives you more opportunity to sell, to serve more clients, to make more money. The same is the opposite. If you don't have enough leads, you know, you're going to go out of business. You're going to starve. You're not going to make any money. So, how do I not do that? And what are the different sources? Now, there are basically, I would say, four categories, okay? And again, we're talking about our options for the leads. So, the first category is free leads, okay? Free leads. Now, the reason why I put free, quote unquote, is because free leads do cost. They cost your most valuable asset that you possess, which is your time. Okay. So you have free leads. So we're going to go over the free sources. Okay. And then we have paid leads. Okay. So we got free leads and paid leads. Okay. So you can classify those too. And then we're going to also talk about um, buyer leads and seller leads. Okay. So those are the four classes that I'm going to talk about. Now, obviously, there are way more than that, but we're going to bulk them all into that for now. Okay. All right. So let's go with and then we're going to also see like why you would use certain ones. So let's talk about that real quick. So why would you do free leads versus paid leads? Like how do I know which ones to choose, free or paid? Well, that's really going to depend on your budget. Okay? That's really what it comes down to. If you have um, the money, you should do both. Okay? You should do free and paid. You should do free either way. So let's get that clear. Okay? If you have the money, add that free and paid. Okay? Until you have enough business to where you're happy or to where you need to grow. All right? So that is definitely my best advice. Now let's go into it. The free. So there's a term that most people know. You've probably heard of this if you've been around the business for a little bit, and that's your SOI, your sphere of influence. And these free leads, your first source of leads are going to be uh, people who you know, like, and trust. Okay. So, first of all, those contacts are probably going to be in your phone. You probably have in your phone some contacts of people. Okay. So, that's going to be your first source of leads. I know it sounds simple, it sounds dumb, but trust me, these are the people who know, like, and trust you the most. And it's not just them. Maybe they don't have money to buy. Maybe they do. Maybe they are not looking to buy or sell. Maybe they do. However, they all know people as well. That's a great source. All right. So your contacts in your phone. Now, also social media, Instagram and Facebook. That is a huge, huge, huge opportunity on the free side. Okay. So if you don't, I mean, we're going to go a lot deeper by other means, but what you need to do is start putting on social media. First off, you have to change your page. If you have a Facebook or Instagram, change it from private to public because now you're using it for business. Okay. Don't go get a separate business page. If you get a separate business page, you got to pay to get any juice or anything going on that. Your best bet is going to be, and we're talking about free here. Now, when you get to pay, you're going to need a business page. You will need it, okay? But again, free is what we're talking about here. Put that thing to, put your social media pages to public, and then start putting in information. Put the college you went to, if you went to college. Put the high school you went to, if you went to high school. Put your city that you live in. Put the city that you work in. Put this information in because Facebook is going to try to find people and bring them to you. And when they bring them to you, you become friends. And guess what? On social media, you are posting, obviously things about your life, but you're also posting what you do. If you see a beautiful house, you're out showing, you're posting that information. So you post, and then you make an offer. Post, make an offer. Okay. So keep it social, use it for what it is, make those posts, but also make offers, and so anyway, we can dive deeper into that, and we have some people on our team that are with our company, actually, I should say, that are actually now building their own teams. Let me clarify that. Okay, they've outgrown uh, our team, and they're growing their own team, and we are celebrating them. Like big shout out to Rachel and others, right? So they're actually growing it, and one day we'll have them tell you some of the things that they're doing. Okay, so anyway, that is going to be one of your strong options is getting on Instagram and those and growing it. And one other thing that I want to throw in before I get off of that, as far as the free, uh, when you post, use hashtags. Now, you may not know anything about hashtags, and that's okay. You can actually Google uh, hashtags for business or something like that, read a blog page, and you can probably, within one day, you can be a hashtag guru, and you can add hashtags to what you have. And basically, here's the rule: just make the hashtags go with what you have. And don't post the exact same group of hashtags with every post because you're going to get flagged and knocked down. Facebook is going to say this is maybe a robot or something fake or whatever. And they will put you in you won't get as much Facebook juice when you're making your post. Okay. All right, so we've covered that good. There's a lot of different social medias out there too. I just covered those two. Here's another one that people, even myself, I can just be straight up with you, are not taking full advantage of, and that is LinkedIn. Okay, that's a great lead source for professionals. Everybody posts for jobs and things like that, right? But those are the same people that need to buy houses, and these are people hey, guess what? They're normally working. If you're working, you got money, you're in the area, you're in the community, they know people, you want to know them. So you might even see who's on LinkedIn and come back and be their friends on other social platforms because you can see what they're doing, okay? So that's the key. We got a lot more, but we got to keep it moving, okay? All right. So the next thing, okay, we're talking about free lead sources. Craigslist. Do not underestimate Craigslist, especially for real estate. Okay. So here's the thing with Craigslist. If you're going to post something on Craigslist, you just want to put it out there and don't give them all the information. Make them have a reason to contact you. If they can look it up, if they can get it somewhere else, they will. So give them a good reason to contact you. Okay. Take some original photos if you're out, with properties and houses and things like that. But Craigslist is a great place to really pick up some nice clients. I've done it successfully. I've said it actually before, but I'm gonna just run it down for this real quick. I was working with a client. We put some offers in on some properties, really nice properties, and we didn't get our offers accepted. My client got really disappointed, ghosted me, just boom, gone. It's okay, it happens, right? It's all good. I have no problem. So hey, I was like, hey, let's give her some time. She'll probably come back around. Anyway, there was another property, similar area. I knew she would love it. I was trying to contact her about it, but for some reason, she wasn't returning my calls or whatever. I put the information on Craigslist. I got a call from a woman in Hawaii, and she is like, well, my niece is looking for a property like this. It's like, okay, great. Well, I had my assistant set up a showing. That was funny because my assistant didn't know the person, so, or didn't recognize or whatever. Guess who shows up? The client I had been working with, a couple months before, right? So she showed up. We saw the house. She didn't like it, but we found another one, and I was actually able to help her. Craigslist is the bomb. Like Craigslist works. We put every property we list on Craigslist too, and we get other buyers from it. Okay, so use Craigslist. And if you don't have a listing, and it's somebody else in the company that has an amazing listing, just say, hey, look, do you mind if I bring you a buyer? Of course not. I don't mind. Okay. Hey, take your own photos. Do you mind if I put a listing of it up on Craigslist? And I will take all the calls and bring you a buyer, blah, 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 blah. You know, who cares? Go for it. All right. You can do this. So Craigslist is a really good one. And I'm gonna give you another tip just for I remember being like, wow, I really need money now. Like I need money now, really quickly. And I brainstormed on what is the quickest way I can make some money. And I'm talking about I just need a quick $2,000, $3,000. I found a lease that was very expensive. It was on the MLS. It was an actual lease. I went and took pictures of it, man. You should have seen those pictures. It looked like a magazine pictures, right? I took pictures of it. I posted on Craigslist. I didn't even put did I put the city? I don't remember. I hardly put any information. It was like, call me about this place, right? Email me, text me, whatever. They got in contact with me. I was able to list that place, make a quick $2,000, $3,000 that way. So Craigslist is the bomb. It works. Please use Craigslist. And I'm talking about from high end to low end. Don't just think that, hey, it's a bunch of Craigslist killers. They're out there too, but they're normally not looking at, those properties. So, I mean, with anything, you want to be careful. So, be careful with that as well. All right, but Craigslist is a great one that is free. Now, again, going back to your phone contacts, a lot of times you have their emails. Email them. People read their emails. I sent out an email just last week, got a lot of buzz. People still read email. If you think email is dead, it's not. Okay, you might kill an email and have to get a new email, but guess what? You got a new one, right? Email's not dead. It's the way we communicate. It's one of the ways. Email, okay? And text. This is so simple. You're like, what? But these are communicating with your sphere of influence. That's going back to your sphere. You got your email, you got text message, and then just plain on picking up the phone and calling, okay? And that is actually one of the best ways to relaunch or launch your real estate career. And basically, a lot of people don't want to do it because they don't know what to say. Like, I don't want to call, I don't want to sell people, and I don't think that you should either, okay? But just really quick, there's a really nice script that I like to use, and it's really simple when I'm calling people that I haven't talked to in a long time. And I call them, and they're like, normally they're happy to hear from me because they haven't heard from me in a long time. And the first answer, they're like, hey, how's it going, Shawn? I'm like, hey, how you doing? Before I get into the conversation, now, I'm gonna tell you what's happened to me, and this is what I hate. This is the sales, the sleazy sales crap that I hate. I hate when somebody I haven't talked to in a long time calls me. We talk, we have a great conversation, and then at the end of the conversation, they try to sell me something. Oh yeah, by the way, you know what? I joined this. They ask, what are you doing? And then you tell them what they're doing. Then you ask them what they're doing, and then they want to sell you on some crappy opportunity or a great opportunity for that matter. It's just sleazy, right? I don't like that. You might not either. I certainly don't. So when I call people, I don't do that. That's not my style. What I suggest that you do, you call a person you haven't spoke to in a long time, they're excited to hear from you. You go, hey, you know what? First off, I want to apologize because I haven't talked to you in a long time. However, I do want you to know that I'm calling you about business. That's how you start. Now you have prefaced this. They know. They have a choice. You haven't trapped them or tricked them. Honesty and trust, integrity. Hey, you know what? It's been a while. I'm sorry I haven't talked to you. I want you to know I'm calling you about business. All right? I I'm really so excited. I had to give you a call. I've been doing real estate for a while, but I just joined Pretty Home Realty, and this company is on the ball. I just wanted you to know if there's anybody that 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 you work with. You gotta give them some people to think about. Anybody you work with, or anybody in our family that you can think of that is looking to buy or sell real estate, anything in the next 90 days, please have them call me. I'm gonna text you my information just so you can forward it, to somebody else, just to make it easy, man. I appreciate that. Anyway, I want to get that out of the way. How are you doing? How have you been doing? Then you go into the conversation and you listen to them. It seems like the best conversations most of the time are when a person gets to actually conversate and say how they feel, right? So at that point, you're just listening and really care, etc., etc. But anyway, that's the spiel. That's what you say. That's how you cannot be afraid and do that. Now, there is another way to do that, and that's also just that I didn't mention. This is going into the paid, and this is also one of the best ways, one of your best options on acquiring leads is taking those leads, I mean the leads, taking those contacts that you have in your phone, especially if you have a old phone or a lot of contacts, right? With Google, you can get a lot of contacts. There's software you can use. You can upload your list. It's a CSV file, so you download it to your phone. You upload your list, and you scrub your list. Okay, you scrub your list to actually add the other information that's missing, like their address and things like that. And then you can also scrub it. You put it in another software. It's called Never Bounce, and then it gets rid of all of the the emails that are no longer good that will make it bounce so that it wouldn't work. And then you send that out. So again, um, That cleans your list. So whether you call it, email, or whatever, it'll go through. But back to the mail, then you send them a card. It's a card that looks like a thank you card. You can get them from the dollar store. I mean, I probably wouldn't. You can go to Target, right? They have some beautiful things. But anyway, and you want to mail them. And what do you say in the mail? You say the same thing. Hey, I am really, excited, right? Great things happen. Sometimes bad things happen. But when people are excited, things happen, right? Why are you here? Because somebody got excited, right? Okay. So my case in point, you write an excited note. Hey, I'm really excited. I'm doing real estate. I'm working at Pretty Home Realty. I'm learning a lot. If you know anyone that needs to buy or sell a home in the next 90 days, please have them give me a call. That's it. Boom, right? Put your business card in there. Hopefully it's a magnet. Ship it off. All right. Just ship off 5 or 10 of those a week. Just go through that list. All right, now these seem like super duper simple, right? Well, they are. But that's a good launch, and you want to stay in touch with them because they are free. They don't really cost you too much, although the mail might cost you a little bit, but those are going to be some high quality leads. Now let's get down into the paid leads, okay? Now we're talking about paid. Paid, you're going to be segmenting whether there's a buyer or whether they're a seller list. So let's get quite simply, where are the buyers? Where are they? You know where they're at. They're online, right? They're on Zillow. They're on Trulia. They're on Redfin. They're on all of those buyer search websites, okay? That's your paid sites. You go on there, you click, and you want to, there's some areas that you like to work in, okay? Or you would like to work in. You buy that area. You buy that area, okay? Once you purchase, that area, when people in that area are searching for homes, you know, those leads will come to you. So think about it like a river. There's a river of leads that is constantly flowing. They're flowing on these websites. And what you want to do is divert just a little part of that river to you because it costs. And you can pay more and more and more and get more of that river coming to you. It's that simple. It's that simple. Okay. So I've used a lot of these different sites. For some reason, I just seem to like realtor.com a lot because, and I'll tell you why. So Zillow is great, and they're so technologically advanced. The only thing I noticed, like with Zillow, a lot of times the leads are a little bit closer to just having the thought in their minds of, um, of wanting to buy. Okay, again, these are mostly buyer leads. Okay, so they're kind of new. They're not pre-approved. It's kind of new for them. They may not be that serious or committed to it. Okay, they're not motivated. It seems like with realtor.com, like they have some kind of secret sauce going on that when people click on the more information, it seems like they really want more information. So that's what I've noticed. And, but however, there are a lot of Zillow leads. Like Zillow produces more leads. So if you're going for volume, like if you have a bigger team or you just need more leads, Zillow is going to actually work for that because you have to weed them out, but they're there and they have higher volumes. And guess what? Those same ones that were interested eventually are going to buy too. So it's nice to have a big fat pipeline. But if you want now, Realtor.com has the now leads. If you want now and later, all right, you're looking at Zillow, Redfin, some of the others. Okay, so I really hope that helps. Now there are a lot of other paid sources for for buyer leads, and I'm just going to go through real quick. You can have your own website. Now that's the next level. You have your own search website. Okay, now you can go to IDX Broker and get your own IDX plugin, and what that will do is now you are like Zillow or Truly a Redfin. People can actually come to your website and search. However, people don't know about you. Okay, just because you add that to your website doesn't mean people come. It's just like having an airport on an island that nobody knows about. Okay, so now you got to get people to the airport. Okay, so that's just something to keep in mind. If you do that, I mean, that is going to be great because you own those. You know, there are a lot more. You own those. Let me go back to these paid ads. There's something else that you really need to know. There are what's called exclusive and non-exclusive leads. If you've been in the insurance industry, mortgage industry, any financial type industry that has to do with leads, you will understand exclusive and non-exclusive. Exclusive meaning this lead comes to you. You're the only person that is getting this lead. Of course, they can click multiple times and go to a bunch of people. So just remember that, even with exclusive. Non-exclusive means that lead's going to go to you and about 5 other people. So you got to be the first to call. Now, non-exclusive leads are a lot less expensive because they're going to so many people. They can sell the same lead over and over. The company can. So if you are on top of your game or you just don't have a lot of money, you might have to go the non-exclusive way to get your foot in the door. I'm gonna throw you a really great script for non-exclusive too, because I had non-exclusive leads. I've done it. Trust me. Most of this real estate game, I've done it. Non-exclusive lead, real quick. They call, or actually, you call them. Hey, this is Shawn. I noticed on Realtor.com you asked me for some more information. Hey, I've already had somebody. You're the third person that reached out to me. I'm like, dang, I just called them back. Okay, great. Well, I'm actually calling to make sure that you were taken care of. Were you taken care of? Absolutely. Okay, great. Are you scheduled to see the home? Yes, I am. Okay, great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call you back, let's say in 3 days, and I'm going to make sure that your service was great. How do you feel about that? Oh, wow, I appreciate that. Okay. Boom. Put it in your Google Calendar to call them back. That person is more than likely only going to show them that one house. And if they don't like it, they're they're getting ghosted, right? And people aren't going to be calling them anymore because everybody calls them. They're like, I got an appointment already, and that lead dies, right? I call back in 3 days. Yeah, no, I didn't really like that house. Okay, great. I'm sure you probably are getting sent homes from a few people. I'm going to send you some homes too. But this is what I want to do. And then you become the consultant. You start asking them questions. Why are you actually looking for a home right now? What are the things that are most important to you? And you have a human relationship with them. And I can drop you that script too. But you have I mean, like that's just a killer. Call them back. You got it. Okay. Everybody else, that non-exclusive lead just became exclusive. Okay. All right. So again, we're going back to, let's just say you had the IDX website, right? That's what we were talking about. Now it's not just IDX Broker. There's some other ones that are out there, Real Geeks, as well as many others, okay? But basically, it's your own site where people come to search, okay? The way you get them there is Facebook ads, Google ads, Instagram ads. Those ads work, okay? You can also even do YouTube ads. So your options are really limitless for getting leads. I wanted to cover some of the basics, and those are some of the basics. But before we get out of here, we got to cover seller leads. Seller leads. Seller leads are not this elusive thing as we know. Seller leads. There's a couple ways to get seller leads. Now, um, we have, when it comes to seller leads, you have outbound and inbound. Okay. Outbound. Outbound is uh, calling out, right? So you have a lot of expired for sale by owners and things like that. Okay. Those are really easy ways to do. You can just buy them, okay, and then you have to contact them some type of way. There's a lot of technology that you can use to contact them, or you can also do the old school way and call them. There are a lot of people calling them. A lot of people calling them. Okay. After 30 days, there may be one or two people calling them. You can just wait till 30 days, start your contact movement. Okay. That's what I like to do quite often. But here's another way. Everybody's calling them. Send them some mail. Knock on their door. You got to be careful with COVID. You can't really do it as much, but a human relationship trumps everything else. The phone is really good. The phone is really efficient, and it all depends on your time. But with these people, especially for sale by owners, you have two types of for sale by owners. You got the one that is determined to sell it by themselves because that's what they're going to do, period. And then you have the type of for sale by owner that's just, I'm just trying to do this for 30 days. I'm just giving it a try. If I can't sell it myself, I'm going to get a real estate agent. So they're actually testing the market, right? So if they can't do it, they can't do it. So that's that. But just I'm gonna give you just a real quick one with expires and for sale by owners. This If you get in touch with them and you tell them this, you will more than likely get to sell it for them. Now, I know I only promised you to give you the lead options, but I'm dropping a few other nuggets in here. All right. Hey, I noticed that your house is for sale, uh, or expired. Doesn't matter. I'm a realtor, and I just want you to know I do not want a commission. I'd like to hold your house open just for a weekend, and if I sell it, I still don't want a commission. Now, there's no other real estate agents probably saying that. There might be a few. I see it. What? Now you got them all messed up. Well, you're probably wondering why in the world would I hold your house open and not um, get a commission? Well, I'm just going to be straight up with you. Only one person, if any, are going to buy your house. And I don't care if this is a virtual open house or a literal open house. Okay? Only one person's going to buy your house. So, what's going to happen with all the rest of those buyers? Well, hopefully I can help them find another house. And I can help you get your house sold. Okay, that sounds like a win-win. Then you make an appointment to do it. All right? You can make an appointment. You go from there. 9 times out of 10, they'll actually end up giving you the listing because they see how hard you work. But you're not even working hard for them. You're working hard for the neighbors. Okay? You're doing a mega open house. You're putting we got feathered flags, balloons, open house pointers directing everybody in there, right? And this could be even for virtual. And they all driving up. You got a big sign, virtual open house. Give them the link. Give them the times. You're doing this every hour on the hour. And you collecting their information in Zoom. You got Zoom. When they log into Zoom, you click on there to where it says register. So now you got all their emails. Killing it. All right. And guess what? The people in the area who want to sell, you put a flyer on all their doors, they're going to call you. All right. There are ways to, there's so many ways to get leads. I wish I could go into all of them, but I can't. But let's just cover Facebook paid leads. Okay. You can get Facebook paid leads. That's another option that you have. Facebook paid leads is kind of like Zillow. You get a whole lot. You don't know exactly what you're going to get, but you filter through, you got diamonds in there. Same thing with Instagram and Google and other paid advertisement platforms. Now, these are not specifically for real estate, but they can be used for real estate. I really hope that this has given you some value. And again, um, Keith, I look forward to talking with you, and it's going to be based on your personality style and others. If you're like Keith and you have this similar question, I love to help you as well. It's going to be based on your personality style and your goals. Are you a hunter? Do you like calling? If you do, we can show you how to do that. Mojo Dialer, Vulcan, those are dialers. And put the headsets on, you crush it. Calling 5 people at a time, maximizing your time. Are you a marketer? You like pulling out a big magnet, magnetizing customers to you. Get the phone ringing. We can show you how to do that. Okay? Everything we said goes into a CRM, a customer relationship management system, and that management system brings the people to you. Okay? So my phone has been blowing up while we've been on this call, which is great. And that same thing can happen for you. Okay. Um, I hope you've enjoyed this. My name is Shawn. My beautiful wife Christina is not here with us today, but hopefully she'll be with us next week. But I just want to deliver some real value, some real training, not only for the agents at Pretty Home Realty, definitely first and foremost for you guys, but also for everyone else watching this. Okay? I will see you on the next episode. And again, if you want more information, please go to the site and reach out to me. All right. I look forward to talking to you soon.